Mariam Abdul Rashid. I'm from Canada. I run the 100-meter hurdles. How old am I? I'm 26. I just had a birthday the other day. My birthday is September 21st.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. yeah, and I'm just trying to see how far I can take this track thing.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So, the name Abdul Rashid. So, like, what's the origins?
Yeah, I get that a lot. People are like, it's not adding up. It's a Muslim name. My parents, when they got married, converted to Islam, so I
Okay.
have a Muslim name. Yeah,
So, are you Muslim yourself?
I'm not practicing. No,
Okay, okay, nice.
yeah, I'm not practicing, but I love my name still, regardless.
Yeah, it is though. So,
Yeah.
as I was looking through the your pictures, right, on the Texas, like the track and field, like your profile, right?
On the Texas page,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was
and
looking. So you really came from braids, long braids, to you cut your.
yeah,
What made you like cut
short
your?
braids, longer braids.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just always wanted to cut my hair. I just thought it would look dope, so I just cut it, and I'll probably cut it again.
You're probably gonna cut it again. How was
Yeah.
that? How people? I think it was nice. It looked good on that. But how did people like, received it?
Honestly, I think it's been my most iconic style. Like everybody come if they're gonna come up to me and be like, "Hey, have I seen you before?" Da 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 da. I'm like, "Was I? Do you remember like short blonde?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, that's the one." And people ask me like when I'm gonna cut it again. Yeah, but I miss honestly my favorite styles are bald and braids.
Mhm.
So gonna rock the braids for a little bit longer and then cut it again.
Cut it again. How
Yeah, I'll
long it?
probably just go back and forth.
How long it took you to like grow it back?
Um, honestly, my hair grows pretty fast because it's
Yeah.
braided all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's been like 3 years, and it's like
I'm trying to get to it. So hopefully it goes back like you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So what kind of music you listen to?
R&B a lot of R&B, alternative R&B.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love singers, so like soul. Um, oh, rock. I love rock music.
For
I
real?
actually find it very calming. Yeah, I've been listening to it since I was a kid, but I think I'm getting into like heavier and heavier rock as I get older.
Oh yeah, like what ACDC type or
Like metal.
metal? Ooh.
Yeah, I actually find it very calming.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I play the guitar, right?
uh,
So
Played or play?
I play, but to be honest, I'm not really good at it right now. So I'm trying to
That's
learn.
fair.
But I
You're
still like
further than me because I've been wanting to learn the guitar my whole life. So
it's dope. I think it's dope, right?
yeah.
So that's how I got into a little bit of rock. But like me is like the ACDCs, the freaking I listen to a lot to Led Zeppelin. I don't know if that's
Led
metal.
Zeppelin. Led
Um,
Zeppelin's hard.
I love Nirvana a lot. That was like my
Yeah.
the Beatles. But Beatles is like what soft rock you call it, right? It's not like rock
Yeah,
rock.
not my favorite. And I feel like that's like controversial, but they were never my favorite. I
Who's
mean,
your
band wise, I love My Chemical Romance.
mm,
Paramore, who made I saw Paramore and My Chemical Romance both last summer, so like
dope?
that was a great summer for me. Like Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin's great.
Black Sabbath, okay,
Black
yeah.
Sabbath, yeah, yeah, yeah. Led Zeppelin's great. I'm trying to remember the metal band that I really went. One of them, the metal band that I really like. One of them is called Death, and the other one is
That's a crazy
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I kind of find it funny too
Yeah?
because the guys in these bands are super chill, and they
Uh-huh.
just have songs called Death,
That,
but
yeah.
they're super chill. Like I think it's just funny. It's just their avenue of expressing themselves. Like as wild as people find like other genres,
Mm-hmm.
I think, but they're just like misunderstood. I feel like the same way about metal, but I don't discriminate when it comes to music.
I'm just saying, but I really think that that's a Canadian thing, because, to be honest, like, whenever I came here, if you're black, you kind of, like, fit in a certain box. Maybe I'm generalizing, but I think that from Canada,
Yeah,
I saw you skating, too, like, on one of your posts on Instagram. So that's
yeah.
me, though. Like, I would grow up, like, skating, doing everything, playing hockey,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I love Pharrell, so I was kind of copying his style a little bit when I was younger. So
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
was my type of stuff. That's really a thing that
K4P.
I'm dabbing into rock too and stuff like that.
Yeah, I hate the idea of like black people being in a box of no matter what it is. Like, I think the cool thing about black people is that we're really great at whatever we decide to try. For as long as we can afford it and
Mhm.
other outside things don't come into play, I think we can be great at anything.
I agree with you. First of all, rock. I mean, black people created it. So,
Like,
yeah, like come on, man. Like it's
I
not
did
even
my entire dissertation on that actually.
for real.
Yeah.
Black people created rock, bro. I mean, a lot of
Well,
genres.
like, who would Led Zeppelin be without black people?
You know what I'm saying?
And they're the first to say that. They're the first to tell you that.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's because not now you tell black people, oh yo, I'm listening to rock, and they be like, it's a little weird. But nah, bro, it's music in general. To be honest,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I love
And
music.
people will surprise you. So share your music and you never know. Like they might be like, okay, okay, okay.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
so, what's your top five like artists in general, if you would pick?
Top five artists in general.
Yeah,
Um, again, controversial. Love Kanye.
Kanye, not the top
Yeah.
five.
Controversial because he's controversial, but his music I don't think is very controversial.
So I think like he spoke the truth, but people say he's crazy. But whatever.
Uh
Not all the time. Not all the time.
controversial. Controversial.
Not all the time. Controversial. Yeah.
Yeah. His music though, like I was listening to him in my workout today. Like I was
Mm,
like, man, like yeah, when he stays in his musical lane, although I didn't like putting people in boxes, like he's in his bag
mhm.
musically. Um Ooh, I also saw Jasmine Sullivan this summer.
No.
Love her. Glad she made
Her-
the comeback because like that's a voice we need. Ari
uh,
Lennox, Nao. I don't know if it's pronounced
Oh,
Nao or
Nail.
Nao.
Wow.
I
Yeah, that's my
love
girl,
Nao
man.
though.
That's a unique sound though.
Yeah, yeah, she
So
can
unique.
sing, and she's over like a funky.
Mhm. She from
Yeah,
right?
she's from where?
United Kingdom. Like she British, no?
Yeah, 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 yeah. She's British. I've seen her in concert too. She was great. I really respect singers that sound just as good live.
Mhm.
And Haley Williams of Paramore, Jasmine, and Nail, like close your eyes and listen to the album.
Wow.
Yeah.
Take that. I'm not a big fan of concerts, but if you tell me that
No?
I'm not a big fan of concerts, I don't know. I don't like it like that, but
There.
I'm have to go and check it out.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
different kinds. Like when I saw Nail, it was super small venue.
Mhm.
And it's just a vibe. And like I saw My Chemical Romance, and it was like a bigger stadium. That's fun too. When I saw Paramore in the summer, it was a music festival, so it was outside.
Mhm.
Yeah, you just like pick a vibe and go see your favorite artist.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right.
Been to private concerts too?
Where private concert? Where at the Paramore had
Yeah.
that?
No, in Toronto when I was a kid, I went to go see Pink.
Mhm.
Also sounds the exact same live as she does on the album, but it was in the size of like a classroom. It was like invitation only. It was
Mhm.
just her and like there might have been like 20 people there.
Pink is so talented too.
So talented. Yeah, I love her.
It's like me
Yeah.
personally. It's like, well, especially when I was younger. Like listening to her is like, okay, she's a pop artist, so I didn't dig into it until like when I got older and like dig a little bit into it. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, she really can sing though.
I don't know her newer music as well, but like her older music when I was a kid was
Mm.
everything.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
nice, nice.
I-
You say Kanye, so oh no, you told me
Yeah.
Kanye, Jasmine, Nail,
Yeah, Ari Lennox, Paramore, My Chemical Romance. I love me some Lauryn Hill too.
Lauren Hill, yeah.
Yeah.
So you told me what's your birthday. So what sign is that? I'm bad in signs.
No, you won't guess this one. I'm a Virgo on paper, okay? But
Okay.
I'm born on the 21st of September, which
Yeah.
means I'm on the cusp of Virgo and Libra. So
Mm.
I'm like mostly Virgo with like hints of Libra in there.
A
And it
Libra.
makes a difference. Because I used to read all the Virgo personality stuff and I was like, I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it, I'm feeling it, but there's something missing. And then I
Mm-hmm.
found that I was on the cusp and it changed everything.
And so you basically, so you believe in that, you believe in signs and all that, right?
I think the stuff on personalities is fun. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much as far as I go. Like in terms of like what kind of personality traits like a certain person might have. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not like a daily horoscope girl, or I don't have like I don't know, like tarot cards, if that's even the same thing. But yeah, I'm curious to see. My mom gave me my like birth stuff that tells you what exact time you were born,
Yeah.
and apparently that can tell you more. I'll probably read that, and then that'll be as far as I
Yeah.
go.
To be
I think
honest,
it's fun.
it is fun, and to be honest, like I'm not, I don't know, it's like I'm not a big like, not, I don't care, like to be honest,
Yeah, like
but like a lot of stuff that I read, I'm like, oh no no, like he actually does make sense. I don't
when
know,
I
like,
was like into the personality parts, I swear I used to be able to like talk to people without knowing anything and be like, I think you're and like tell them what sign they were.
that's me. I
And
do
like
that all
me,
the time.
yeah, and I haven't been in that much into it, like because I used to read about it all the time, like
Yeah,
the personality parts. But whether it's true or not, I just think it's fun. Like life needs to be a little bit more fun.
right. And you know, life is I mean, the world is complex, so why not, right? I think that's
Why
the,
not?
yeah, why not? What is your, obviously? What is your favorite sport? I asked you that.
I don't know why it takes me so long to think of that answer. Because maybe I'm just trying to think of something other than track.
Hmm.
But honestly, it's got to be track.
You have a
Like
second?
second favorite sport. I like women's gymnastics a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
like
hard.
women's gymnastics. Yeah, yeah, so hard. Um, women's gymnastics. I like basketball. I don't watch it as much as I used to,
Hmm.
but like catch me like March Madness or like I in my perfect world I'm watching the whole college season,
Right.
but that never happens. So at least catch me during March Madness.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I used to watch a lot of NBA when I was younger too, but like you don't have time, you know?
Yeah.
It bothers me that I don't keep up like I used to. I like knowing what's going on.
And then when you was younger, obviously you was living in Toronto, right?
Yeah. Well,
So
just outside Toronto, let me not lie.
so back then, the wait, hold on, who was like the big star when you was watching it in Toronto?
um, I started watching in the Big Five Celtics era when they
Okay.
were against. It was like 2012,
Oh,
and when
okay.
they were
So
like the Lakers,
Toronto,
dude.
Toronto.
Yeah, yeah, Rajon Rondo,
Who did Toronto have?
Pierce,
Oh,
Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen.
you got had DeRozan, no?
Oh, Toronto?
Yes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant who I used to watch. Yeah, we had DeRozan. We had Chris Bosh when I was younger, but then
Oh, Chris
he doesn't
Bosh.
play
Yeah,
anymore. Yeah, Chris Bosh.
he was the one back then.
I think I saw definitely when I was younger the most Chris Bosh jerseys
Hmm.
because DeRozan was there for a while. So like even as an adult, he was like still there. But yeah, Chris Bosh for sure.
Chris Bosh was lit. I like Chris
Yeah,
Bosh.
yeah. I'm sad he like had to retire like not on his own terms.
Hmm.
That's sad.
So track is your favorite sport. So when did you start on track
Six
and all
years old.
that? Little?
Yeah, six
Like little,
years
like 5 year
old.
old little?
Six.
No way.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. It's just a baby. This is year 20 for me.
Year 20. Wow. So how 6 year olds start track? Like what you do? Like you just go and like what do you do as a
Yeah,
girl?
so my family is like athletic in general, so I was gonna do a sport, whatever it was gonna be. It just happened to be track. And we've had like good runners in my family. Um, but my great uncle was actually an Olympian for Trinidad.
Dope,
Back when there was a 4x800.
dope.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Um, but I lived on a farm,
Mhm.
and I didn't go to like preschool or anything. So I just was like kicking it outside all the time.
Chilling.
And I had a lot of room to like run around, and they noticed that I like had the speed but also had the technique. And my dad, he was like big sports guy, would take me to his school and because he was a teacher.
You had to
And
take
just
me
like
like
do
high school.
track days.
Yeah,
What?
just, you were just born with it. You had to take
I
me like
I promise you my form was better when I was a kid than it is now, I promise you.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
The guy he gave you the talent like right away.
No, right away. Like that was it. And I played other sports, but like we always knew that like track was the one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Of course the hardest one.
So you
Yeah.
started at 6, and then so you just running, basically running. Then when you start like doing it at school, like when did you join school?
I think in Canada you start in is it grade two? My bad. It's either grade two or grade four.
Mhm.
I think you start in grade two and you can start hurdling in grade four.
Mm.
That's what it is.
So grade 2, how old are you in grade 12? I don't know.
8?
You're 8, right? Okay.
You're the teacher. No, I'm kidding. No, I have
Yeah,
no idea. Are
I'm
you
not
high school or a younger
middle school.
kid?
I'm middle school.
Okay, yeah, you should definitely
Yeah.
know. That's a you question.
Yeah. No. That's a preschool. I started in 6th grade. So
Mm,
6th grade is like all day, like 13, 12.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't quote me though. I remember going to high school and I was thinking grade nine, I was 14.
Mhm.
So the
Grade
viewers
9,
can do the math.
9, 14. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But
Makes
I
sense.
was running competitively since I was 6.
Since you were 6.
Yeah, but yeah.
They had competition for for people that was 6 year old.
Yeah, I think I just ran up. But in Canada, they had the like tykes, bantams, midget. Oh, I think I was the mite section.
Phantom, yeah.
I don't know why, like how you spell it, but it was my coach who like was basically a third parent to me called me a mighty mite because I was just like a little kid and that was my category. Yeah.
You still remember your coach, like his name and everything?
Her name, yeah, Sharon Warmke.
Do you still
I
talk to
yeah, I we've like disconnected over like when I went to school and stuff, but I know she still follows my career. I'm gonna like email back and forth and stuff.
her? Nice. How old is
Yeah,
she?
but when I'm home, I used to go like visit.
How old is she now?
I have no idea. I have no idea because I was so young that when I met her, that I felt like everybody was just like so old and so grown up
Mhm.
that I have now as an adult like no perception of how old she actually is. She's elderly for sure, I know that, but like she always felt grown to me, so I actually have no clue. I need
Mhm.
to ask her. I need to ask her.
She
She
probably so.
probably thinks I
Was she a
know.
young coach? Like, was she like in the 20s? Like, whenever she was
No,
coaching?
no, no. She wasn't a young coach.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I have no idea. And she's been in the track world forever. Like she just retired and it was like a national holiday.
That's why.
Yeah, like she's
Tell
been
me
in
like
it
that though.
forever. So I actually have no idea how old she is. But shout
So,
out to her. Like if it wasn't, she almost didn't take me.
shout out to her. What's her name?
Yeah, Sharon Wormke.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to Sharon. She was
So,
great.
wait, hold on. So you
Yeah,
did that. So that was when you were 6, right?
yeah, 6 years old.
Okay, and then what school did you go from for middle school and high school? And how was that?
Hi. Yeah, so I went to a super. I grew up in Oshawa,
Yeah.
so like depending on the traffic, maximum an hour away, I guess, from Toronto. Um, like on the train, an hour away from Toronto.
Yeah.
And I went to the super small school called Harmony Public School. There was give or take 100 kids at the school. Tiny. Every single class was a split class, so like we didn't have enough kids to make it like just a grade two or just a grade three. It was
Mhm.
always a one, two, a two, three because we didn't have the numbers. And people thought it was a church. Like that's how small the school is. Yeah. And
At track there, or you was playing? You was in a club.
I was in a club already at that point, but because I started the club at 6 years old. So I was in a club for forever, but my school did have a track team even though it was tiny. And then my high school, I went to Eastdale CVI, still in Oshawa, just like further up the same road.
Hmm.
And again, small track team, but we had one. So
Nice. And then they had
yeah.
other sports, or it was pretty much track, and that's pretty much it.
No, I played. My school had other sports. They were best at like the more so like the men's sports, like men's football, men's rugby. Um, but I played volleyball, basketball, and track in high school.
Nice. Look at you. You were playing volleyball.
Left hitter.
Left hitter, the hops, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
What?
love the back row though, because I like when the ball would come to you when they would serve it.
Yeah, serve receive.
Yeah, like I like to dive. Yeah, yeah. I'm just like the if the ball is coming to me, it's not hitting the floor. Period. Like that's it. So I like when I would end up in the back row too.
No. And then
Yeah.
is that the school that you was telling me that they closed out basketball?
Did they close down basketball?
Yeah.
Oh, the younger kids. The Harmony Public School, the church
Oh,
size
that,
100 kid one, was the one where they didn't have a boys team and everyone was devastated.
no, no,
I was like, the teachers don't want to stay around and coach a men's basketball team that barely has enough people to fill the court, like
talk to
no subs, like.
talk to them because now look at me, I'm doing that. So the kids think it's easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, but we were devastated. Like I was devastated for them. And
Right.
now that I'm older, I'm just like, yeah, like let them go home. Let the teachers go home. It was tough, but that's part of their origin story now. So
What made you? How did you get? So how did you get to the United States? Like how did you get a scholarship? Obviously, you got a scholarship to go to Texas, right?
yeah, yeah, I got a
Yeah.
scholarship.
How was the transition
Um,
to get that?
yeah, so it's pretty easy to pinpoint exactly how it happened.
Hmm.
Um, I joined in high school a different club, a different one from Sharon's club called the Speed Academy.
Hmm.
Um, joined them, started running like great high school times. Um, I started hurdling again because I hurdled when I was a kid, but I didn't really like, I was more like an open
Hmm.
sprinter. I did one, two, and then by the time I got to Speed Academy, I was in a two, four. And they're like, yo, like, why don't you pick up the hurdles again? This 400 hurdle event is wide open. Like, no one's
Right.
really doing it. I'm like, okay, bet. Four hurdled, made, oh, can you still hear me?
Yes, I did it on purpose.
Oh, bet. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, they're like, yo, you should four hurdle, like it's wide open. So I did the four hurdles, made the Canadian World Junior team. That was in Oregon that year. I don't
Hmm.
remember what year that was. 2014, 15, I don't know. I was in grade 11. And yeah, I made it to the finals and I came fifth. And then since I was in grade 11 at the time, coaches could recruit. So they immediately started calling after that race. Like I remember specifically when I got home is when my phone started ringing from that one race at World Juniors.
We're with Mariam Abdul Rashid from Canada, fifth place finisher in the just completed women's 400-meter hurdles, 57:42, a personal best. How did that feel coming in?
Not good enough because I wasn't top three, but I'm happy for the PB.
Well, now that it's all over and you're able to, everything can sink in. What can you take us back and think about how your whole week has evolved?
Um, it's been a pretty wild week. Like I knew I could make finals, but like it didn't feel real until I was actually there. So I crossed the line in my semifinals and I knew that I'd made it. Um, but I'm still not happy. I won't be happy until I leave a worlds with a medal. So
Texas
Yeah.
basically was it like a no-brainer? Was there other schools that was calling you, or only like Texas?
It's actually funny because the whole recruiting process, I kept saying that I was gonna go anywhere but Texas.
That's wild. So what other
Like,
schools at you?
um, I just wanted to. I know I wanted to be somewhere warm
Yeah.
because I've lived in Canada my whole life and I was just over it.
Mhm.
Being in Cali was like always a dream. I used to want to live in New York, but again, it was like back to the cold. So
Yeah.
any school that was cold, I just immediately said no, which
Mhm.
I don't recommend. You should like think about it a little, you know. But
Mhm.
like, I mean, I feel like I had a lot of offers, so it was just the easiest to narrow it down. If it wasn't warm, I wasn't going.
Mhm.
But I remember my like big three, maybe there was four, but the visits I ended up taking was Texas, USC, and Florida Gators.
Florida Gators.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, yeah. And I thought I would never want to step foot on Texas campus. I just had this idea of what Texas as a state was like, not knowing places like Austin existed. So my coach was like, "This coach is really good. Like, you answer the phone, da 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 da." So
Mhm.
I went on the visit, loved it, and then I didn't even go on my visit to Florida because I knew I was like sold on
Dang,
Texas.
man.
Yeah.
I'm a
Oh, I went to
kid.
Kentucky too as a visit.
Me personally, when I went to my first time to, I came for scholarship in high school. That was in Gainesville, so like I love
Yeah.
the and everything about Gainesville.
I should have went on the visit just to see it, right? Because like,
Yeah.
but I did my SATs. Another tip: do your SATs early because
Yeah.
I did mine last minute. So all of my visits were in the span of like 10 days or something crazy.
Mhm.
So I went to Kentucky and then immediately went on a plane to
To
USC.
USC.
And then I think I like spent a night at home and then went to Texas,
Mhm.
came back for a night, was supposed to go to Florida the next day, and was like, I'm done. So I didn't go to
Yeah,
Florida.
yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
did you like USC campus? So we talking about South California, right?
Yeah, Southern Cal.
Yeah. So did you like the campus?
Yeah, it was cool. It was different than anything I'd seen. It was like
Yeah.
the thing that I remembered was it being like completely flat. There was no hills. So
Mhm.
people could like longboard to class, which I thought was sick.
Yeah, you Canadians love that.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. Texas campus is very hilly.
So what made you like? What was the big factor in you deciding for Texas?
Um, the city surprised me
Mhm.
because I was just ignorant and I thought like haystacks and like when I thought I just didn't know anything, right? And I didn't do my research. I was
Cowboys.
just yeah, like I was dumb. And parts like that exist, sure, for sure. But Austin wasn't like that. And I was like, oh, bet. And I should have known because I had family that lived out there.
Mhm.
So like I should have known. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I feel like it just clicked. Like I
Mhm.
felt like when I was on campus, like meeting the team, everything just felt effortless. And I felt like I wanted to really focus on choosing a place that wasn't just good track wise and academically, but I just felt like I could live because you're living there for 4 years,
Mhm.
regardless of how everything else goes. You're literally like spending your life there, and I wanted to like
Mhm.
it, and I did like it. Yeah, it turned out to be the best part of my college experience was the city,
Mhm.
and my friends in the city.
In the city, yeah. Now, something about college, to be honest, is like you got to be careful doing that because, like you said, like it's literally your life. Like you're on campus
Yeah,
24/7, especially when you're athletes. It's like literally you're on campus, so it's so important to like make it your home or feel at
yeah,
home and whenever you go
yeah,
there because
yeah.
or it's gonna be hell. Also, your coaching staff and like you said, the team, like it's very important to be comfortable there because you're gonna see them every single day.
Every single day, and I just felt like it just clicked. It's not like there was bad vibes at the other schools, but when you know, you know.
Mm-hmm. No, of course, of course.
Yeah,
There's good things in all schools really, especially the school that you want to visit. Like Florida is a
yeah,
great campus too, like USC,
yeah,
and then you would say you went to Kentucky, right?
Yeah, Kentucky.
Yeah, so like all of
Which
them
you're
are,
probably thinking, she said she didn't want to go anywhere cold. I was dumb. I thought Kentucky was like, I'm thinking it was more southern.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like I thought it was warmer than that. But
Oh,
when I went, it was not. It was not warm.
but it's a great school too, though.
Yeah, great school. And I was big into basketball then, so they had a great basketball team, and I was like, I want to go just to watch the
Yeah.
basketball.
How was the environment like athletes wise? Because Texas is very big at like athletic wise. You know, so
Yeah,
basketball.
football games are like a holiday.
Mhm.
Like everybody figures their plans around what they're doing if it's a football game.
Mhm.
Um, our volleyball team, our women's volleyball team is dope. They're
Mhm.
so good. I love watching volleyball.
Mhm.
We also have a really good men's swimming team.
Nice.
The track team's good, of course. They've gotten like
Yeah.
I would argue like even better since I graduated.
Mhm.
Um, who else is great? Oh, our tennis team. Remember our men's tennis team won a championship recently too.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard to keep up with all the sports, but like how they're still doing.
So yeah, I mean, I know like Texas. To be honest, like from outside looking in, I know it's a big, big, big like athletic college as well, right? So were you guys like I don't know, like going not parties, but like just going out and stuff like that, and seeing each other and stuff like that? I mean, there's parties too in college, like people need there's parties, a lot of parties, but
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
yeah, like in the cab or just walking, like were you guys
Like
talking to
what was
sports?
vibes like?
You have a lot of friends from other sports, or it was pretty much track?
Yeah, I feel like I was really close with my teammates, which
Hmm.
was cool. We had like a big recruiting class. There was 8 of us
Yeah, that's
that
big.
all signed together, and they put us all on the same floor, like all the girls.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, they put all of us on the same floor, so we were like side, like door to door.
Yeah, yeah.
So we were like this, like we would go everywhere, like a big group of us, like everywhere. So it's really close with the chat girls. Um, yeah, I feel like also close with like men's basketball because they were in our thing too,
Mhm.
our dorm.
Mhm.
But our team got along really well, which is another reason why I liked Texas
Right.
because I feel like our team got along really well. You got to meet the other athletes more so when we went to like the caf because all the
Mm.
athletes had their own like cafeteria. Um, but our specific dorm had men's football, men's basketball, women's basketball. So I feel like we got closer with like those teams.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
Definitely.
double check if me and Mo were at the same time.
Yeah, that'll be. I mean, it's
Because
great.
I'm not remembering.
Canadian crew,
Yeah.
and then chemistry plays a lot too into being successful. So that's good that you guys was getting along pretty good.
Yeah, we got along so well. And that's whose wedding I was just at was one of my
Oh, I
track
love.
teammates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
So I went to two weddings this summer. It's basically just like my teammates.
Dude, everyone's getting married.
Huh?
Everyone's getting married.
Everybody's getting married. I feel like I'm.
Everybody. You feel
Yeah.
like what?
I feel like I'm behind. I gotta do something.
Nah, there's no such thing. I know I'm not behind because I am in no rush. No
Yeah.
rush.
That's nah, man.
Yeah,
Full speed. Don't get
no
rushed.
rush at all. Like, love that for y'all, but
Right?
me, no sir.
I'm
No.
straight right here.
Yeah. But if
Talk
I go
about
on my timeline right now, I'll find like 3 engagements and 5 weddings for sure.
it's engagements and it's also like getting like pregnant or having babies.
Yeah, the
A
babies.
lot of my friends.
Even more of a no for me. Even more no. Absolutely not. Love it for y'all.
I'm
I'll
not.
be a great auntie, but absolutely not for me. Nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Hey,
We don't
but hey,
have to.
you never know. Maybe like your yeah, you never know. His significant other gonna show up, and you never know. God gonna send.
I hope if it ever happens, I'm like so excited.
And in college, no, nothing,
Yeah.
no relationship
A,
in college.
a relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant if I ever have a baby, I hope I'm really excited.
No, no, but I'm saying can I ask you something? So in college, you never.
Relationships, I had a bunch of people waste my time in college. So I really grew. So dating outside of college, I feel like I got through all the like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I feel like dating post college has been like a lot better for me. Dating in
Oh,
college was dating in college was memorable and I learned a lot, but it was also so whack.
whack, whack, whack.
That's a whole other podcast.
Because because the
That is
killing.
a whole other podcast. I need like three of my girls here and a lot more of your time if we're going to talk about why dating in college is whack.
Yeah, because college, you know how college is college for real. They can be
It's
crazy.
just crazy. Like you're trying to survive, but also have like the most fun you've ever had.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at your personal best here, right? Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But some of your personal best, right? Were they in college or they were before college?
Um, my sprint personal best,
Yes.
some of them are before, like
Mhm.
when I was in high school. College track didn't go well, which is why I'm glad I picked a place that I actually like to live because track was not it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
my hurdle personal bests have come after.
Yes,
I'm
cause I'm
kind of all over the place.
yeah I'm looking at like for example like the 100 meters hurdles. I think one
Yeah,
of 2014, correct? I'm looking at
my my PB.
yes.
No, my PB now is from 2022.
Ooh, what is it?
1282.
Okay.
Yeah. And in college, I graduated with 1323.
Oh wow. Okay, so you
Yeah.
okay, but what made it? So you said some of them was before. So how's that happen?
Because I didn't specialize. Another thing I would tell younger kids. So when I was running track for the longest time, I was like when I first started with Sharon when I was super tiny, I was
Mhm.
a 1-2. Then eventually we did the 2-4. When I went to that speed academy athletics in high school, I was 2-4. There was no hurdles until grade 11.
Mhm.
And then when I did do the hurdles, it was the 400-meter hurdles.
Right.
When I went to college, I was a 400-meter specialist on paper and
Mhm.
a 100-meter hurdler like on the side. And then in college, my four hurdles just kind of plateaued, but my 100 hurdles got better. So, like I said, I graduated with 1323, which isn't, it's like if an athlete came to me with that time, I'd be like, bet, like solid, we can work with this, which is
Mhm.
exactly what happened. But
Mhm.
it's not going to get you any medals at a world
World
championship.
championship. And
Still, neither is my 12.8, but it was just progressing. So
mhm.
that's just the one I went with.
And then
And
for
here I am.
example, so my question there like what would be the time to reach for a world championship? Like if you want a medal, let's say bronze for example. Like what would be the time for that?
Mm, I would say consistently the best in the world are running at least 12.3.
Mhm.
And I would say the slowest time to get a medal would probably be 12.6.
12.6. All right.
Yeah, but it's getting faster. So like I would confidently say 12.5. I can't remember what medaled this time.
Mhm.
I think this year at Worlds was a little bit slower than I think people expected for whatever reason, who knows,
Mhm.
right? But yeah, all those girls that were there are capable of running like 12.3
Right.
and have run faster. So
Were you more like okay, so what type of like runner are you? Are you the type of runner that if you don't meet your time, you like depressed or you kind of sad about it and like it like hurt like it affects basically your life, right? Are you that type of runners or are you the type
that's
of
my life.
you're the type of runner that be like, I mean I'm cool, but you know I'm gonna get better or whatever, you know? Long story short, are you hard on yourself?
I'm hard on myself, straight up.
Okay.
Hard on myself, and I'm getting better at not being so hard on myself.
Mhm.
So like before, and I would say in college, like a lot of the times it's like you have a bad race and it's like the end of the world.
Yeah.
And now in my like pro career, now I'm at the point where during the season, having bad races doesn't really faze me, but I closer to like crunch time where you need the standard is when bad races bother me more. But ask me again at the end of this season how my mental health is, and maybe I'll tell you that I was cool the whole way through because that's my goal.
Yeah. So obviously, right? So obviously, you get hard on yourself. So that
Yeah.
brings to my next question, which is like, um, did it bring you like your mental health whenever that happens? Like, how do you approach practice the next day, or obviously, like you kind of far from your family. You told me that your teammates and stuff was pretty cool, but I know that did it affect you a little bit? What do you do to overcome that?
Yeah. Um, I kind of have like a cool setup right now where I train by myself. It's just me and my coach.
Mhm.
So it's always me versus me,
Mhm.
which is exactly how I think it should be like all the time. So I get to
Mhm.
practice that. I feel like for like younger athletes in college or even if they're in high school with their team, it's easy to get into that like comparison, which
Yes.
is when you really start to feel like bad about yourself because you're comparing yourself and it's hard it's impossible to like feel amazing about yourself unless you're perfect when you're comparing yourself to other
Mhm.
people.
Mhm.
And now, like just by myself, I really just get to focus on me, which is cool. But I think so when I show up to practice, it's literally like just me versus who I was yesterday.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that
I mean, social media still exists, but I try to just like,
yeah, bro. This is yeah. And
yeah, it's
you keep
hard.
I've been in two teams where we was like unranked. Like I'm talking about like ranked
Yeah,
1,000, like in the
yeah.
thousands in the nation. It happened twice, and then we end up being like eighth in the nation.
Dude, you see that all the time in March Madness.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'm only referring to March Madness because that's like the only college basketball I watch. I'm not gonna front, but
No,
like
but
you
you're
see it
right.
all the time. You can be just in the pool and you
Hmm.
have a good tournament and your life changes. The
Changes.
rankings,
Straight
like
up.
you have to perform because people want people that can perform.
Hmm.
Like, what are you gonna do when the lights are on and you have literally one game to try to make it to the league?
Right.
Like, oh,
Like
that's beautiful.
like no, you're right. And then for example, like I'm not gonna say no names because I don't want somebody to come and kick me. But basketball, for example, like you can have a season where you play like terrible ass teams. Like I'm talking about like terrible. So you winning, like you undefeated. Like
Yeah,
record, it looks like you have 15-0, so you get ranked that way. But then whenever you
yeah,
Texas, for example, like boom, get smacked by 20. So what
yeah,
happened? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of
yeah.
stuff is like this. Like people got like soft schedule or like they have like
Fair,
still they
fair. Yeah, yeah,
pay somebody and like boom, and you're like okay, well that ranking kind of don't mean nothing if it makes sense.
yeah. I feel like track's a little harder to hide because it's literally your
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you can fake a great season on social media
By pictures, yeah.
by pictures, by posting the videos where you win, or it was only the prelims,
That's
or
that's
where you were in a slow heat. Like,
that's so weak. Yo, that's so not make sense.
yeah,
Like, yo, stop that, bro.
yeah. And I think that's what I think I like about track too is that it's at least it's supposed to be like very objective. Like your
Right.
time is your time.
Hmm.
Other things obviously matter. Like you can get unlucky and have like never have a race that's legal wins, or all the races are headwinds, or like some hurdling, like someone else messes your race up. Like so much can happen. But I think it's like a little easier to be objective.
Hmm.
I don't know, but I just
Yeah,
I get kind of crazy if I spend too much time thinking about what other people are doing, and it doesn't really help me.
but
If it helps, I would do it, but it doesn't. So whatever works is what I'm gonna do.
it's to be honest, like nowadays, I ain't gonna lie, like it's hard not to, bro. Like your phone, like you told me before we started, you told me that you haven't been on your phone for a week, right? which is awesome,
Yeah.
to be honest. But there's like everything is on in your face. Like you open up social media, boom, comparison right there. So it's kind of tough, just in general.
And it's tough that a lot of ways athletes can make a living is through marketing themselves.
Yes, yes,
So it's like you want to take a social media break, but you're like, shit, I have to keep posting.
bro.
Like I literally like post and like throw the app away. Like,
That's the story of my life right there. Yeah, you're right. Like right now, it's so important. Like if you're not on social media, really, you're losing. To be honest with
yeah, and like so shout out to the social media athletes because like you're probably making more money than me. Like,
you. Yeah, yeah.
but it's just like I just
Mhm.
yeah.
And then I mean, college, in your journey in general, I'll ask you just general in general. Like, what was the hardest thing that you had to overcome? And like again, how did you do? How did you overcome that? Like the
My mental
hard,
health.
yeah. You said what?
My mental health.
Mental health? Like, okay, so what exactly into that? Like, what you was explaining to me?
Mental health, especially in college,
Yes.
because of uh, comparison, comparison and injuries.
Injury.
Um,
How many injuries?
yeah, I just have one really. Well, I showed up with a small tear in my hamstring. Um, that took some time, not too long. I would say the most like the big injury in college was my Achilles, which lasted into my first like 2 years of my pro years.
Yeah.
Like it took me like literally like 6 years to get over Achilles.
Injuries freaking suck, bro.
Yeah, and like let me find some wood to knock on because I wake up like this, like thankful that it doesn't hurt. You
Yeah.
would just wake up in pain, and I'm like sick. You wake up in pain, you can't finish the practice. When you do race, you're not running great because you can't finish the practice. And then you're in pain whether you run fast or slow, but it was probably slow because you can't practice. You see all your teammates like what you think at the time because you make stuff up, running the races of their careers, and it's just like you're supposed to be this big hotshot, highly recruited athlete, came all the way from Canada. People are like, how's it going? And I was like, had nothing to share. Like
Mhm.
statistically, after college, like I said, if an athlete came to me running what I was running, I would take them and say, like, yeah, I can work with this. But against the world, I should have retired.
Mm.
But like I
It's
knew
tough.
that there was still more left and I didn't want my career to end on like how what a bad place I was in mentally with me in track in college. So
Our word,
here
like
I am.
I said stubborn because me, I'm stubborn. Like I got two major surgery, like bad injury, like in college, and then
Fair.
me,
I've never had surgery.
yeah, me, I had like, and
Yeah.
I had, and then I remember the last one I had. Like I remember I was grinding like, yo, bro, like I'm not gonna play, I'm not gonna do that anymore, cause I was so down, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was down,
Yo,
but like everybody don't know me as down, so in my eyes, like, no, I'm good, yo, I'm chilling, I'm chilling,
it's actually hard.
yeah, I'm cool, and I'm away from my family, so like I'm on a whole brace, like for a good 6 months, like
Yeah.
down, right? But like the thing that you said that yo, somebody would retire. Me, my doctor is like, yo, you're never gonna jump like you used to jump, or I'm looking at him like that,
Yeah.
telling me that. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's part of your
that
origin
thing just
story.
switched something in my brain, and I was
Yeah.
like I'm retired.
Yeah.
And I don't care what you said. So that was that thing kind of helped me to like, push through because I had something in my shoulder and be like, I gotta prove that, I gotta prove this, I gotta prove that. So that
Yeah.
kind of got me back into it. But looking back at it, like, cause when I was like, when that happened, like, I really never felt like, oh, I'm down and stuff. Like in my head, it was just something like, okay, I'm trying to push through. I'm cool. Boom, that's gonna
Yeah.
happen. I look back, I'm like, oh no, I was miserable. Like,
Miserable. Miserable. Like,
yeah,
and what
that-
you said too, being the happy one,
yeah,
that's hard. I would literally show up like so like emo, like like hood on, like head down, like not talking to anybody. And then someone would be like, "Hey, mom," so I'd be like, "Hi," like, "Hello," and then I'd be like back to being emo. It's hard. So I was like, bro, it's because everybody knew you as one thing, so you feel like you have to keep that up. If you're not in a great mood, then it's like, what's wrong with Mariam? And it's
Right.
like, I want you to see me so bad and see that like I'm not doing well, but also like I don't want to be your entertainment while I just don't have it.
Same way. And I hate to see. I hate like people. Oh, look it. No, I hate that. Oh,
Like,
it's like, yo, you seen them? No, 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 no. Hell no. Mm-mm.
yeah. It took me a while to get the right kind of help and have like the right kind of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Who helped you with
because
that?
the ones I just like finally decided to go to therapy,
Nice.
and eventually I just like graduating. When I graduated, I went to I did my master's degree,
Yes.
and I think I told you I was in England, I was in London,
Mm-hmm.
and like I went from being surrounded by people all the time to being just by myself. And I think I was like, this is my time to be like literally just by myself. Like I was alone so much, like by choice to just like figure out like why am I doing this? What do I like that's not associated with like being in a group?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like take time to get to know yourself. And then COVID happened and like I couldn't even run anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, you just time time in therapy and just like self reflection
Mm-hmm.
and just talking to other athletes, like so many athletes I talk to now that were like, oh yeah, I was depressed too. And I was like, word? Because like that would have been nice to know then. We talk about it now. So a lot of healing has happened like after. But
Mm-hmm.
during I just suffered a lot.
No,
Which
that's
is
that's
not
a lot.
cool.
Like a lot. A lot.
Yeah, and like so many like I used to think my experience was so like special and unique and like made for TV, and it's not.
Mm.
So many people are going through the same thing. Like literally, you just said like injured, sad.
Which is sad, like,
Yeah,
and, and athletes are so competitive. Like the people that
yeah,
play high, high competition and all that. Like they're so competitive that they will never. They feel like it's an edge too. Like if you tell somebody that maybe they don't think that way, but for them to be like, yo, no,
yeah,
I'm not okay. For them, it's like I gotta be strong. Like I gotta be strong, and that's what coaches teach us. That's what everybody teaches us. Like yo, don't
yeah,
don't show weakness. So you just translate into life too. Like oh, I cannot show that. No, I'm not good, or it's just a sign of weakness for
yeah.
so they don't really talk about it.
Because you also get left behind.
Hmm.
Like they will leave you off the roster. You're not running fast. Bet you're not going to conference, which is understandable. But you're not because you're not running fast. But at the same time, it's like this kid was someone that we expected a lot from. What's going on besides the
Right.
hamstring? It wasn't just the hamstring, babes. Like it was my brain.
Yeah, some coaches. I mean, it's because especially in college, like they're worrying about them getting fired, and
No facts.
and
It's
that's
that's
what
the
they
thing.
they just forget that part of like an athlete or a kid at this point. Like people
You
come to college,
literally a
kid,
kid. I
So
showed up at 17.
I understand that's your career and stuff like that, but you gotta care about
Yeah.
the person that you recruit as well, But
I just think everyone is feeling the pressure from somebody else that nobody really has time to take care of each other.
facts.
And it's as much as it's your responsibility to take care of yourself, I don't think it should take 4 years for you to finally get go to therapy
No, I
or
agree.
like start talking to people. It doesn't have to take 4 years. That's way too long and like way too long to be sad.
Hmm.
Like that's just and
Talk
I'm
about,
glad like
especially
people
your
talk
black,
about it.
because
Yeah, where in our community you're soft or you should just go to church and give all of your emotions through
mm,
like religion. Like
hmm,
where does that leave the people who, because I was in Texas, like where does that leave the people who don't follow the same religion as you, aren't religious at all, who are religious and are still struggling? Like you can be religious and be depressed at the same time.
yes.
Like
Sometimes, sometimes I don't want to be controversial, but sometimes religion brings depression too.
um, if you're having a identity crisis and
Yeah.
things that you learned in your religion are like completely conflicting with who you feel like you are,
Hmm?
like anything
I'm
can
Christian.
trigger it for sure.
Yo, religion can be a burden because you trying to please other people. Like it's a whole little circle. You know what I'm saying?
It's
But
tough.
yeah, it's tough, man. Especially this stuff. But I'm glad you're at therapy though, because a lot of people don't want to go or kind of hesitant about it. But it's something
Yeah,
that I think every single body, even if you feel like you're okay, you should go.
yeah, yeah. Why not? You know, because I feel like if you're not, I love to go to therapy now. I feel like my mental health is like, it's so nice to go and not be like on the edge of
Mm-hmm.
a cliff. It's nice to go and be mentally okay and then start to get better at other things that I just didn't have time for because my therapist was trying to like save my life.
Oh yeah.
You know? So like now that I'm not gonna jump, let's think about other things that might be bothering you.
Mm-hmm.
They were just doing like immediate damage control and
Mm-hmm.
now it's just like growth.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta go. Sure. You telling me that I gotta go?
Oh, you're saying you gotta go to therapy?
Yeah, I do. I never
I
been.
mean, yeah, I think you should go. It takes that's another thing too. I'm glad I took advantage of it in college because it was free. But for a lot of people, it's not free and it's not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be more accessible financially, but it also takes time to find a therapist that works for you. I love my therapist now; like she's great, but she's like number 3 or 4.
What's the thing? To be honest, I was gonna take a therapist, right? But the therapist I was looking is like they're like 70-year old, and I couldn't find something that was fitting my description. So I
Dude,
was
it
looking
matters.
I was looking for a black, like
Yeah,
young male, bro. I couldn't find them. So,
absolutely. How are you gonna talk to somebody you can't feel like you're comfortable with? I when I sent in my description, I said I need a black woman.
nah, straight up,
Period. And a list of one came back.
bro.
So
That's
that's an issue too, because why is the list one person? And luckily she was lit.
Myron. When I seen that, I swear I was like probably this summer. I seen that, and I'm like, fam, why didn't I become a psychologist, fam? Like,
Yeah,
dog, I should have became one at this point because
yeah,
I can find somebody. And then I'm in Miami, so bro, like,
yeah,
why is it so hard to find like a black young male psychologist?
yeah.
Kind of weird.
But you're a coach,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so don't think you're not these people's first,
Nah,
second, third
yeah.
parent, their therapist,
Nah,
their older brother.
but did you
Yeah.
see just being that? Because I do listen to a lot of problems. I need somebody to listen to my problems, sure.
Fair, fair,
Somebody,
fair. Yeah,
but you're
it's
all right, though.
fair.
All right. I kind of am doing that little job.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
at this age. And you coming from us, you have that experience of like feeling a lot of pressure from our sport and like being so unhappy at times during our sport.
Mm,
Like if you're not like a licensed therapist, you have the opportunity to like
sure.
yeah, and just like make their experience different than
Hmm.
yours was, which is cool. I'm not sure how I'm gonna give back to the sport yet, but I definitely in the meantime try to tell them like when I see like the red flags of like that I used to like I didn't know a red flag at the time like was and I'll shut that down like immediately.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, actually no, it's okay to eat. Like let's go get lunch. Like
yeah. Hmm.
actually no, this bad race doesn't mean you're a bad person. Like
Right.
hold on.
Nah, nah,
Yeah.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And then going along with that, like, were you ever homesick, like missing your parents, or yes?
Um no, I don't really get homesick. I was like ready to travel.
You like me,
But yeah, I was ready. Like Oshawa was a small town. I was ready to just like see what else was out there. But after my master's in London, I had to come home early because it was COVID.
yeah.
And I had like such a great time at home that I was like, oh wow, like it's nice to be home, like see my siblings and stuff.
Of course.
Yeah,
So yeah. So you have one sister, right, and one brother,
yeah. I'm a baby.
and you're the baby. You're the youngest.
Yeah.
Too. So again, yeah, the babies like they have the less pictures, and they always the most like me.
Fair.
I have the less
You have the
pictures.
least pictures?
Yeah.
I think my dad did a good job of taking pictures of us, but I feel like my brother got to try the most stuff.
Was he the
You know
first one?
what I mean? Because he was the first one.
See, it's always like that.
Yeah.
But
I was like, bro,
they love us the most, maybe.
I think so.
But we have the less because they kind of tired along the way. It's like,
They
damn,
were so tired. I mean, that worked in my advantage.
it worked on your advantage. Yeah, because you
Yeah.
stuff and they didn't even
I
know
could
it.
be outside. I could be outside. You're
It was like,
tired? Don't worry. Don't worry about it. I'm outside. I'm home when I'm home. Yeah.
and yeah. So hold on. So what did you major in college? Finally,
Ironically, sociology, psychology.
psychology, good. And then you have your
Yeah.
master's in
Media and communications.
dope. Yeah, that's what you told me.
Yeah.
So that's what you're
Yeah.
doing right now, except using your master.
Yeah. Yeah.
And dang, I just seen. Okay, so prior to Texas, you were a four-time track athlete of the year.
I didn't even know that.
Oh, that's what you know how they be putting stuff in your bio. They be looking for stuff like that.
Didn't even know that. I wonder if Texas is talking about high school.
Probably,
Probably.
yeah, probably.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, from what I'm looking, you have a lot of stuff that they put. It's like a whole like my paragraph. I just keep scrolling. So wait, your parents were athletes too, right?
My dad, he was into like football, wrestling,
Hmm.
judo, like contact sports. My mom wasn't much of an athlete, but like she like did a little bit of track in high school, but she didn't like pursue it.
And what about your?
Um, my sister did gymnastics and wrestling, which is like super weird combo.
Hmm.
But yeah, she was really good, especially in gymnastics.
I
And
guess
then my brother,
it goes hand in
what?
hand. It goes hand in hand. Gymnastics and wrestling.
I mean, gymnastics makes you strong as hell. So you can do whatever you want after you do gymnastics in my world. So she did gymnastics when she was younger, and then wrestling in like high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
yeah. My brother did football.
did football.
Yeah.
Oh, and then were you smart at school? Like, what did you do?
Do I remember my GPA? I don't. You have the accolades. Maybe you'll probably find it
I
faster
don't.
than me.
I'll check right now.
I feel like,
They don't. They don't.
oh,
They
dude,
didn't
by
put
the end,
that. Hmm.
they didn't put it. Yeah, then it was not a 4.0. I feel like I maintained something. Oh, I've got like those academic awards at some point,
So
but I feel like I got them early on in the first like 1, 2 years. The last 3, 4, you're just fighting for your life. So if my GPA went down, I wouldn't get it. Plus, I was struggling. It took me 3 tries to pass statistics, and every time I didn't get the grade I needed, like I needed
yeah,
like a C minus. I'm not good at math. I think I needed a C minus, and every time I didn't get that, my GPA would go down.
it will go down like yeah. I
Yeah, I don't remember the number, but like, yeah, the last 3, 4 years, the last 2 years, I was fighting for my life, so the GPA definitely went down. But I think I'm smart.
me personally, I know my bro. I know my junior year. Oh Lord,
Yeah,
bad. But that was the time that I got like I was rehabbing for my injuries. So
fair. Yeah. It's weird because your
that
sport
was
kind of makes you choose between being good at your sport or getting good grades. Not all the time. Like I definitely know athletes that
do
do
both.
crazy majors and
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
may do both like the GPA and the good at their sport, but I was more of a track head.
Something
And
I
I
really.
just feel like you didn't need to have perfect grades.
Mhm, mhm.
Just if you know, I wanted to know what I was learning. Like I like to learn. I don't necessarily like to spend
hate.
all night doing an essay.
No, yeah, something I hate about in general because I let the coaches pick my kind of like my major, and they do
Yeah,
that like coaches in general do that, and I hate that
yeah,
because yeah, I feel like I would have loved to do like computer science or something,
yeah,
basic stuff that you could business. You know,
yeah,
I think that I learned more doing business by myself and reading books than in in class, but whatever.
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like
It's hard to be everything at one time.
yeah, but you again, the coaches are selfish though. They doing that because they want you to be like in the sports like 100% like in the sports. Because if
100%.
like obviously my head's gonna be somewhere else too.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah, and the school itself wants to get you in and out in 4 years so they can bring the next person along.
yes, I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, going to mhm. You travel a lot. When I just read that, you travel a lot, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you have like no? Obviously, they paying for your travels, right?
Oof. Mm, mm.
No, not.
Okay. I have more help now than I did before. So like now I have a travel budget, but you got to spend that wisely or else it's gone. But by the end of the year, it's gone for sure. Like
Yeah,
the
but
last meets in the summertime, I'm like dipping into my own money. And
mhm.
before I didn't have that budget, so everything was out of pocket.
And how's that work? Like, you getting paid, right? Obviously, you're a pro.
Yeah, so pro is a weird word in track that we're trying to define.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I get paid for like races where I like earn the prize money right there on the spot. And I get money through Athletics Canada.
Mhm.
Um, and then I have like a budget, like I said, for like traveling. So if I like book a flight through them or we like send receipts in to get like
Mhm.
reimbursed.
You
But
said like this is how you make your bread, or you doing something else on the side.
doing tech right now.
You doing what?
I'm tech. You said you wanted to get into like computer science and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm taking a tech course with AWS, with Amazon.
Nice. How long is that?
Yeah, so I just started, so I don't know how long it's supposed to take me, but as when you get to your like I think your second certificate, you can start like working.
Oh wow, you sent it to me. To be honest, I'm
Yeah,
interested.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But hold on, like you're gonna work in America, or you're gonna work like as it's online, right? It will be online.
Yeah, so wherever you I guess claim like the person that I know that like got me into it lives in America and they're supposed to like stay in America and work
Mhm.
and they get paid like American wage. But yeah, I can't get paid American unless I like get a visa and all that
That's
stuff.
what I was gonna say. I don't want to,
Yeah.
the you know I- the people to come, but I was
Yeah,
gonna ask,
yeah,
I was
yeah,
gonna,
yeah, yeah.
are you gonna work like in America or like go
Yeah.
working for it? But
So
yeah, man.
that's very new for me. I've just been doing like track since I graduated and
Oh,
struggling financially. I'll say that straight up. There's not enough money. Like
nah.
absolutely not. If I didn't have help from like family and like my coach who like believe in the dream,
Mhm.
there's no way. There's no way. But I just wanted to finally see what it would be like to just go 100% in track with nothing else and see what I could get out of it. And like the only reason I'm doing this course is because it's like very casual, self-paced.
I love
I'm
like
only gonna get what I put into it. So
we going back a little bit because I kind of forgot to ask you that, but I want to know, like, would you like, did you ever want to give up, like, doing track?
it's
We going back.
weird.
I asked that earlier, but I just seen that question.
Yeah, it's weird because every day you kind of have these battles with yourself that are like, why am I doing this? Like you're
Mhm.
in the middle of a hard track like practice and you're like, literally, why am I doing this? Or you do the comparison thing and see other people your age like doing stuff, and I say no a lot. Like, sorry, no, can't do this, can't go there, can't eat that, can't wear those heels tonight. Like,
And Casamigos, no.
yeah, no, yeah, definitely not. And a lot of the time I don't mind saying no, which means I know I still have like love for it.
Yeah.
I think I think athletes more quit because they have to than they want to.
Right.
I still know I really want to do it. I've the thought of retiring makes me really sad. Like really sad.
You're gonna cry.
Yeah, look, I could cry for sure. But
Damn.
I don't think I have to yet, so
I retired basketball. I was happy. I said, yo,
you were happy?
I said that. I said,
Oh no.
I'm good. My knees don't hurt no more. I can walk good.
There.
No, but
I
I missed it.
think
I'm lying. I'm lying. I really missed it. I missed it a lot. But I ain't
you
gonna
miss
lie. I
it
was
so much. I feel like I hope I'm happy when I retire. Like I
happy.
hope I'm ready. Like how we're talking about Chris Bosh, like how he didn't retire on his own terms at all.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He just
That's
got
sad.
sick and then couldn't play anymore. That's so sad.
That's
I
sad.
feel like I don't know. I feel like for the window for sports is so short anyway, but I might as well just go for it, and it's gonna end eventually. And for as long as I still love it, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yes. It's like the people that wanna like a lot of high schoolers sometimes they got scholarship. They say like, oh, I'm like, no, 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 no. Go ahead, get your education paid, and then go play basketball. After that, you can do whatever you want to do.
After
But
that, yeah.
come on, man, just
And
take
that's
that.
what educate like the fact that I don't have to worry about that too is great.
Right.
Like besides the fact that it didn't go well track wise, like no student debt. Like I have it in my back pocket. I don't use it, but it's in the back pocket for whenever I decide to. Like school's not going anywhere. Jobs aren't going anywhere.
Hmm. For now.
And I don't even have to get a job in my own field. But yeah, for now.
AI, AI is
I
coming.
know. I was like, he's gonna say AI. I know.
AI is coming for us, boy. I just like last week they brought like a robot that do surgery on people.
Yeah, okay. I knew you were gonna say AI is actually crazy. Robots are crazy.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They coming for us.
And it's not like I went to school for anything that taught me how to build a robot, but school's not going anywhere, so I can just learn that.
It's not.
But I don't want to go back to school.
You can go and teach.
But yeah, I get told that a lot.
uh,
But yeah, the thought of retiring makes me really sad. Definitely times where so much of me wants to quit, but that little part of me, like, still has fight left. So
hmm.
I've stuck with that.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We're rooting for you here. Not for
Thank
the
you.
We are.
Thank you.
Um, would you? Okay, so would you recommend for somebody to do the same thing that you did? And what advice would you tell them? So that means coming from Canada, going to the United States, you know, playing the sports here in a foreign country, all of that. Would you
I
recommend
reckon
them doing that? And if yes, like what advice would you tell
short answer, yes.
them?
I would recommend it. And the advice is exactly like what I said before, like do your research on the coaches, the see not just how beautiful the school looks, but like has that coach been able to develop athletes who were like not even great, but just has the athlete got better?
Mm-hmm.
Look up that kind of stuff. Is it somewhere you think you could
Well,
live? Keep track of your mental health. Like, don't keep up with your friends. Do whatever makes you happy. Um, and leave if you don't like it. You
well,
don't
so
have to stay.
no, I'm loyal and I cannot do this because I committed. What would you tell somebody like that?
The school, as much as they are not loyal to you. If
Mm.
your coach got a better job offer right now,
Out,
they're
out.
gone. They're gone. And when you get older, you'll be like, can you blame them? Maybe not, but everyone's looking out for themselves. It's super rare to find people that like genuinely care. And when you find them, like hang on to them in terms of like keep them around as people that you can contact. But if the school's not working for you, leave.
I agree.
Leave. You got into one, you can get into another.
Especially college, bro.
Yeah. Leave. Take it. Go to a different school. Take a year off. Decide what you really want to do. Yeah.
Well, it comes with like if you feel miserable, do not stay miserable.
Don't stay miserable.
Yes.
Yeah. Figure out why you're miserable. Maybe it's not even the school, but like take some time, figure it out, and yeah.
How many coaches have you had like in your life?
Coaches? Not that many to be fair.
Yeah.
I had Sharon Wumke, big shout out. That was the first coach. I had
Sharon.
two different. Yeah, Sharon.
Yo, I gotta connect with Sharon, man. She looks
No,
like
Sharon's lit, and Sharon can talk, eh? So she'll be great on a podcast. She'll talk to you all day.
yes. Shout out to Sharon again.
Shout out to Sharon. She's great. Oh my gosh.
Like that. I ain't gonna lie to you, that's gonna be the title.
No, shout out to Sharon for real. Like for real. Because
that's gonna be the title, I swear.
if she didn't take me, because I was 6, and they're like, we don't take athletes till they're 8 years old. If she didn't take me, who knows what would have happened in those 2 years?
Right. You would play basketball.
I would have been a ball player. No, hopefully I would have been a rock star. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was my other dream.
Oh man.
Yeah, I had like a couple coaches on my second team, one main coach. Maybe I have had a lot of coaches. Yeah.
Sharon's the
But
GOAT.
in the end, yeah, Sharon's the OG.
Sharon, I'm asking all it is just to say that Sharon's the GOAT. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, yeah. The list of coaches I've had is longer than I thought. They're all great humans. I got really lucky. Great humans and great coaches, but super, super shout out to Sharon.
Nah, super. She the GOAT.
Yeah. And honestly, my coach now too, like shout out to him because he picked me up
Yes,
when
sir.
I should have hung my spikes up, he took me in. So just shout out to him too.
Nice. And then that's the coach that, because I'm looking here too, like you travel a lot. Like you went to Budapest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What
you
is
went to a
Budapest?
lot of places. I
Oh
don't
my
see.
god, for Worlds.
What's your favorite like spot that you've been to as a pro? And then what's your favorite spot that you went to? And what's your favorite tournament? Or, that you did, yeah.
Racing in Jamaica was lit. Racing in the Caribbean is lit.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, that should have been dope too.
I've raced in Trinidad, Jamaica, and Bahamas, and they love track, and they're so loud. They've got the horns, the stands are full, the steel pans, the
That
like,
explains why they nice, to be honest.
yeah, yeah, they love track.
So Jamaica was dope. What else you like?
What was your other question? Favorite tournament? So
Yeah,
I
your
guess
tournament, yeah.
you say my favorite track meet.
Yeah, track.
Um,
Sorry, I'm thinking.
oh, when I was younger, I went to Pennsylvania for Hershey Games.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know if they still do it, but it's for like younger kids, and that was always really fun. It's like North America. It's like all the states and then Canada.
Nice.
And you literally like take you to like the Hershey chocolate factory, and like they put you on a campus
Yeah, as
with
a kid.
all the kids from America, and like you swap T-shirts and stuff. It's really fun.
No, that
Yeah,
should.
but I love all the big meets. At the time Hershey was the biggest thing, so I loved Hershey.
Mhm.
I love World Juniors, World Youth,
Mhm.
even like Senior World. I heard Senior World is when people get like very very serious and it's not as fun. I still thought it was fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love the like extra. Like I love the big crowds, the lights, and all that stuff.
Nice. So
Yeah,
obviously you like to travel, so that's dope too. Like you travel a
yeah,
lot through your sports. I think that's a blessing that not everybody can do too. Obviously
yeah.
it's business, but you get to see other places and
Not as much as I would like. Like sometimes it's like in and out,
Mhm.
but yeah, like the meet I went to was Gibson Relays in Jamaica. That one where I said it was like super fun to race there. I think that's a good representation of what it's like to be in Jamaica.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite? What's your favorite track athlete?
Favorite track athlete.
Do you have one?
Usually when people ask me that, I say me, but I think I'm just trying to be cute. Who do I actually really love? Growing up, my idol was Perdita Felician. She's
Mm.
a yeah, 100 hurdler for, and she grew up like in the city, 2 cities over from me.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, she's like world champion in the 100 hurdles.
Nice.
Yeah, I loved her. She was just like 5 foot, dark skinned black girl from just outside Toronto, just like me.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then my coach who I have now, coached Priscilla Lope Schleet, who's
Mhm.
another 100 hurdler who has a bronze medal for Canada. And I remember when I met her as a kid, I like freaked out. And like now to be coached by
But
someone who, yeah, I'm just like, a full circle.
that's dope. Did
Yeah.
you ask him like, hey yo, how was she training, or like how was she and stuff like that? Did you ask him that type of questions?
He says our work ethic is very similar, and I was like, all right, bet. Like, if she can accomplish what I wanted, and we're similar, allegedly, then cool.
Nah,
But I would
yeah.
love to have like that kind of like mentorship from her. I feel like I haven't had a lot of like mentors.
It's funny because I had that conversation myself.
Yeah, I
Something
feel
that
like I would make less mistakes.
yeah, yeah.
Like maybe if I had a mentor, it wouldn't take me 4 years to go to therapy, or it wouldn't take me 6 years to get over an Achilles injury that's as common as the
I
sky.
swear,
Like,
think I said that to somebody too. I don't know who I said it to. I was like, bro, and I feel like it would have helped me so much. I'm looking for it. It's like, yo, guys, like, can I put like a note, like an announcement somewhere, like
yeah,
that?
hit up your professors from
Yeah,
college if you still know any of them. But yeah, like I see a lot of mentor stuff, but it wants me to be the mentor. And I'm
right.
like, I'm not finished yet. I need help.
Help me.
Help me, please. I try not to live too much in the past, but I definitely feel like I would have got through a lot of my like traumatic stuff like so much sooner if I had a mentor.
Of course. No, it helps a
Yeah.
lot. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
And athletes in general, you have a favorite athlete, like in general? Forget track. Like me, I love Usain. Usain is my god. Like
Oh yeah.
Usain is my favorite. Usain, I like Michael Phelps a lot. I
Michael
like
Phelps,
Kobe, of course. That's just my guy. This is my favorite too.
Kobe.
It
Trying
comes
to think
quick.
if
I
you
like
have.
Serena Williams a lot.
I would say my favorite player, and mind you, I don't watch all the time, but my favorite players was Messi for soccer.
Oh, Messi. Oh, how can I
Yeah,
forget?
yeah. And he's
Messi's
in
my
Miami right now.
yeah.
He's leaving in 2025. You need to go see him before he's gone. Yeah.
Where he at?
Messi for soccer. Messi is in Miami. Uh,
Yeah.
and yeah, he's leaving in 2025 to go finish his career in Argentina. So you should go see him
That's
before
what
he
you said.
leaves.
Said that?
I read that somewhere the other day.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. I'm a big fan, like mentally, of Michael Jordan. Why do I call him
Oh,
Michael? Like we're besties. LOL. I'm a big fan of Michael. Like you don't know him, but Michael Jordan.
I love Michael.
When I watched that documentary, when he was talking about like his competitiveness, and like how he felt like misunderstood in that way. Like I really resonated with that.
Mhm.
Tennis, Serena and Rafael Nadal.
Ah, okay.
Love Nadal. I just started watching. Well, I watched the whole show, Formula One.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I like Lewis Hamilton. Basketball, basketball, maybe like oh. So when I was watching at the time, this is years ago, but I love the fast players who have ball control, which is why I loved Messi, and this is why I was also a big fan of Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, because he was so fast. I mean, you were so fast, and to have that much speed with the ball control, I was like, you have all my
Ah,
respect.
you're right. This man was so explosive.
Yeah,
So
because I
explosive.
played those so explosive, and I played those sports and didn't have that ball control because I couldn't control the speed with the yeah.
Ah, no, he's impressive for real. That's about it. I have one more question, but it's to close it out. You told me that you want to be a coach, so um, in my,
Okay, I told you one day out of my life, I thought that maybe I could be
I
a coach.
know.
You're reaching for the stars. You
You could have just say, yeah, that's what you told me.
look. I'm trying not to lie on your podcast.
Yeah, nah, yeah, I know. But do you have like any advice, like just in general? I know I asked you for people that want to do the same thing as you, but just in general for young people watching this.
My advice to young people is if you have a goal, stay focused on it. Have fun along the journey because the journey trying to reach that goal might be all you get. There's no guarantees you might reach it, but go after it, have fun, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't.
Hmm.
Because I'm the last person to put limitations on people. I don't know what the kid watching this goals are, but if you can think it, it's possible. But have fun along the way just in case.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
yeah. Have so much fun, actually.
That was
Have so much fun.
it was great. It was flowing too, so
Yeah.
it's an hour and 33 minutes.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
What you about to do for the rest of the night? Sleep? Cause I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing else. This is the end of my night.
Well,
Yeah.
Mariam, nice. Thank you very much again. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
I really appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the, time in Austin. You said when you going back to Toronto?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. All right. So I just,
Yeah, to Canada, back to training. So this is the perfect time to do it because once I get home, it's like,
oh yeah, focus. All right.
yeah, it's
So
the Olympic year. You forgot to ask me about the Olympics.
I forgot.
It's cool.
I did. I asked you that at the beginning.
You did?
Yeah, a little
Maybe
bit.
I didn't say it. I feel like I take no when I drop the O bomb.
Say it.
The
Go ahead.
Olympics.
Real quick. So for the Olympics, right? So you're trying to like you're not qualified, or are you qualified? Or are you trying to get qualified? Like how's that work?
There's three ways to make the team. One of them is by the Olympic Standard Time. The other one, I believe the time is 12:74. So the Olympic Standard Time, come top three at nationals, and or have be in a good standing in the world rankings points.
Right.
World ranking points wise, I'm pretty good. That's how I made the world championship team this summer. So I'm like in the mix of that. Yeah. Top three at nationals.
So
I think I got that. So it's really just that time. I don't need all three things to make the team, but I would love to have the standard just because it just makes me feel like I'm like
Mariam Abdul Rashid representing Speed Academy, the only Canadian woman with the Olympic standard. She will be in lane 3. Michelle Harrison in 4. Abdul Rashid to her left in 3. silver medalist behind Harrison last year in Langley at the 23 Canadian Championships. What will we see here at the 2024 Belt Trials? And it's a great start by Abdul Rashid in 3. Harrison trying to go with her. Aholu's in the mix as well. It's Abdul Rashid out front. Harrison running second. And Abdul Rashid is off to Paris. She's got the Olympic standard. She's got the victory here at the Bell Trials. And she breaks the streak of Michelle Harrison. She was the 3-time defending champion. She will be the silver medalist in 24.
Brilliant piece of hurdling there by Mariam Abdul Rashid. She's been threatening to do it for a long time. Second last year in 12.83. And that 12.83 last year, she matches today. 12.83 last year, 12.83 this year. She has the exact same finish time. The difference is last year it was a +3 wind-aided run. So that exceptional